Welcome everyone to the launch of the OC Music Podcast. With Alex Rodriguez and Ron Williams, we talk about the Orange County music scene, from the past to the present and the future. We want to thank you for being here. Coming up, we will introduce ourselves and talk about the show. A lifetime of making music has brought us here. YouTube, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the OC Music Podcast. Its 4-year mission: to explore amazing and new artists, to seek out new music and new entertainers, to boldly go where no one has gone before. This new project is for you and you and you. They can't call it YouTube without you! At 4:30, we'll release Episode 1, The Podcast Menace. At 5, you can watch Bill Holmes in Episode 2, Attack of the Drums. At 6, we'll release Ken Maru in Episode 3, Revenge of the Songwriter. We'll be live in the chat for all of the shows. Please like and subscribe to help our audience grow. Once again, thank you for joining us as we launch the OC Music Podcast. With Alex Rodriguez and Ron Williams. And here they are now.
Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us here for our first ever live podcast. We have been working hard on this, and this is my co-host, Alex Rodriguez. Where is he at? Over here. Say hi, Alex.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, so
welcome to the show.
Yeah, welcome. We love having you here. Thank you for joining us. We're going to release those 3 episodes later, and there are some people waiting in the Zoom. So as soon, Alex and I are going to do a little introduction here. So as soon as we get done, we're going to invite all you people in this. Hold tight. We'll be done here shortly. So Alex, take it away.
All right, so welcome to the show, everybody. If you love live music, this is what we're doing here, okay? Especially if it's off the radar, or if you live in or around Orange County and want to hear from its musicians, past, present, and future, you're in the right place. So thank you for being here. My name is Alex Rodriguez. I grew up in Orange County, and I've been playing music my whole life. We're going to talk about as this podcast gets off the ground, and that's kind of the point. This show is about discovering the Orange County music scene, and we're going to do that together. And that means you too. So please join the conversation. Tell us what you think and what you know. We've already started the journey by talking to some musicians from the Orange County music scenes, past and present. And you'll get to see a couple of those conversations tonight. Right, Ron?
Yeah, the first video we're going to release here after the podcast is going to be our pilot episode. Alex and I recorded a conversation about a month ago, and we edited it together as what we think was going to be a pilot episode. We didn't think we'd ever air it, but we thought, well, we're going to have to put that somewhere, so let's just have a Zoomcast, a podcast, and let everybody see the very first episode. We've got 5 people waiting in our Zoom, so if they see the live stream on YouTube, let them know that 4:30, so in about 20-some minutes, we're going to release Episode 1, The Podcast Menace, and then Episode 2, our buddy Bill Holmes. He was the first guy I actually interviewed that wasn't part of the podcast crew. So when I interviewed Bill, I found out a lot about him and his career as a lifetime musician, and he had happened to play in a band back in the Millie, but invited them to be part of the Orange County Rock with a Twist of Lemon compilation CD. So during this podcast, we're going to explore all the bands that we met growing up. Alex and I have known each other since high school, and so we're gonna invite members of all these bands eventually onto the podcast. We've recorded a few episodes with Alex's bandmates. He happens to be the lead singer and songwriter for the band Bread Circus. And we're going to definitely have some episodes of them. But what do you call him for your band?
Life partner.
Life partner. Ken Maru and him have been making music under the band's Bread Circus since way, way back in the day. And Ken Maru's episode will be released tonight at 5 o'clock, I believe, or is his at 6 o'clock? No, Bill's is coming out at 5, and then Ken's episode will be released at 6. Now, after this live cast, this Zoom cast that we got a lot of people waiting for us. After the Zoom cast, when the pilot episode is released as a premiere, everybody needs to switch over to YouTube, and then we'll be live chatting the commentary. So we did make a few mistakes. I will admit to one of them. I called one of the venues that I discovered one of the bands at. I called it by the wrong name, so maybe some of that stuff will be caught. So nobody's perfect. And Alex, I'm not perfect. I'm a rambling man. So you know that I started this podcast with you about 6 or 7 weeks ago. We had a conversation. I remembered asking you if you were interested in being part of a podcast and doing a journey on your own of discovery, like showing people your music and introducing people to your new songs that you're writing for yourself. And then we came up with the idea of doing one together, discovering new music. And so we appreciate you for following along and watching our journey here. And like I said, from our history as musicians here in Orange County, and possibly delve into a lot of personal stories about our experiences playing shows, meeting professional musicians, creating our own world when it comes to our music, and also joining events like the annual 4th of July festival that I was part of back in Kansas, and perhaps cast about an up-and-coming concept of opening a venue and perhaps doing an annual festival out here in Orange County. So, Alex,
well, you're teasing a lot, Ron.
I know. I just have it all in my head right now, and I want to get it all out.
That's lovely.
We have been working on this thing for 6 or 7 weeks at least, and all these ideas have come up, and I'm thinking, well, how can I let the world know what we're going to be doing if I don't, put it out there in the universe? But we're going to start walking before we crawl, and then we're going to run, and then at some point climb the mountain. I don't know how that goes.
Yeah, and I do want to add that, it's called am I shaking? It's called the OC Music Podcast,
yeah.
and but that doesn't mean that we're experts on the OC music scene. It means we have experience. We come from the OC music scene from sort of back in the day, and we talk about past, present, and future. We're all going to discover this together. And so I know we're going to meet people we don't know, that we do not know today and have never heard of, but we're going to go out there and discover what's happening, in the music scene. That's part of what the audience is here to do, is join this conversation with us, because I know eventually we're going to reach some audience that does go out and to see original music, or it doesn't even have to be original, but what's happening in Orange County. So we're going to start with the past, because we know that,
not just your experience as a musician from way back in the day, but our journey together as I joined a band, and then it evolved from being a musician in a band to being a producer of that album, and what it meant to discover all those artists. And some of you guys may be on this stream right now or waiting in the lobby, like the bands that were on this compilation CD, like from All the Madmen. I reached out to Glenn. I just yesterday talked to Rick from Hot Monkey Love, posted a message about the band Awake and the current members of the band, or the members of the band Awake, and what's going on with them currently. And you'll discover in his podcast today, one of the founding members of Awake, Mark Rhodes, who was also really in on this early when his band Her Own Hands was running around town playing at the Doll Hut. And I saw a post that Bill had made from way back in and his passing, unfortunately, in 2010. So we do a whole episode dedicated to Mark Rhodes, and I'm still editing Todd McKenzie's episode. He was the partner for Mark in that band. And so we're going to discover a lot about people's lifelong music journeys and where they're at in life. Like I found out Todd is a prolific artist, and a lot of his material has ended up in TV shows or movies, and he's got an IMDb page a mile long. Yeah. So it'll be fun to discover what those musicians that were in those bands back in the day are up to these days, and everybody.
Ron, I'm sorry. What compilation are you talking about?
Oh, the the Orange County Rock with a Twist of Lemon compilation CD. with these bands. This is what I produced back in 1996. A lot of these bands, and Jonathan Myers told me don't hold that up to the camera because it won't focus. But we're going to have a lot of interviews over the course of time with all the bands that were in this CD. We still haven't talked to the guys from Satellite yet, but we're going to talk to them soon. But Rick from Hot Monkey Love, like for instance, he lives in Texas, and his bass player lives in Oregon. So it'll be fun to get everybody together and do a Zoom call, and then of course later this summer maybe we get everybody together and have a big old concert. So that'll be one of those things we talk about in the future.
Cool. You want to listen people in the Zoom?
Yeah, let's let everybody into the Zoom. Now, this is going to kind of mess up friends and stuff in the Zoom call, so this will be my first time admitting everybody into the room. And one of them is our first guest, Ken Maru. Look at this.
Hey.
Hold on, let's get him in there. We'll see if I can get everybody on the live stream. See if he can unmute. Hey, look at that.
Hey, folks.
And Bill, we're going to bring you in next if you can hear us. You guys want to say hello and talk about your episode? Your episode is coming up. That is the episode 3 at 6:00 tonight.
Wow. I hope people can stay up that late.
Especially with the time change.
And I hope people can hear you guys. So let's bring in Bill. Forgive some of the technical difficulties. We've only been me and Alex for so long. Now we're inviting everybody else in there. So let's get Bill in on this jam session. Welcome aboard, Bill Holmes, drummer for the Ashley Felton Band. We'll bring on Tim Brown.
Oh, my God.
Drummer for Bread Circus. And look at this guy, Johnny M. F. in Newport, joining the crowd.
Tim Brown, you guys are about to see a beard. Capital B.
There he is. We can unmute Tim. Look at Bill. Bill's enjoying time down at the beach. What are you doing these days, Bill? Let me.
I'm living the
there
dream.
You go.
I'm living the dream. You know, I can't complain.
No, that's
we
beautiful.
can hear you. Let's make sure everybody out there in YouTube land can hear you. Can you hear me okay, Bill?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good.
Sorry about holding you off on that for a while. We had to do a little intro and well, kept
What's up, Bill?
Guys.
I'm Alex.
How you doing? Hey, Alex. Nice to meet you, man.
Good to meet you.
Bill Holmes, the drummer who's going to be episode 2.
That's a great episode. I did preview it. 2 drummers shooting the breeze. That's good stuff.
That's always interesting.
Okay, so we're having audio difficulties for the online guys. We'll go back. I'll be right back to you. Let's just switch to a full screen, and then I got to broadcast out our audio. So full desktop sounds. What would life be like without technical difficulties?
Yeah, for real.
So
what's up, Ken and Tim?
World.
Is Tim there? I didn't see Tim.
I'm here.
There's Tim. I can hear you, buddy. I can hear you. Looking good.
Hey, Alex, Ken, what's going on? Hey, Bill.
Hey, good to see you guys.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, how you doing, Tim?
Pretty
Nice
good.
to
How
meet
are you?
Good.
Nice to meet you too.
So the live stream.
My son's piping in saying, there's no audio, by the way, but that's a him problem. I know there's audio. There's not audio.
Yeah, let me add the audio out. See, Alex, we did a two spot with you and I.
Uh-oh, what's this?
Audio mixer. You guys are live, so you can just wave at the people. Hello, people.
Yeah. All right, well, someone shout when you can hear us.
Yeah, give us a shout out. Here we go. Default.
Has there been no audio this entire time?
No, the first part, they've definitely heard.
In and out. Okay, in and out.
Yeah, you guys were fine. You were fine till I got here.
That's right.
Man, Ken.
Good.
See if that works.
What's this t-shirt you got going on, Alex? It looks like it says rock.
It says Rock of Ages from Signet Theater. It's a Signet Theater production from several years ago. It's a jukebox musical. You know what that is, don't you?
Yeah.
And I wish you'd seen it. Because it's, well, let's see. What were the big songs? Josie's on a vacation far away. But it's all these hair band songs also. The main antagonist was absolutely like a Vince Neil back in the day looking guy. That was fun. It was fun. Signet Theater does good work. But I thought it was appropriate.
Which guy were you? What was your song?
I was in the audience and I saw it several times.
You know what I think about sometimes, speaking of hair metal, is we were in the car one time with some women, I don't remember who it was, but we were listening to Motley Crue Theater of Pain, and Home Sweet Home comes on, and Alex goes, Ken wrote that song.
Didn't you?
And she believed us.
All right, guys, we should have audio now.
Nice.
Okay. That's as much as we can play, or else we're going to get tagged. Ken wrote that song. Yeah, hell yeah. Ken, I'm going to tell a little secret, but if you were in the Ken Maru compound in our teens, you're going to see cutouts from Circus Magazine and all those magazines. You're going to see the hair bands. That's how I know names, right? Poison, obviously Poison.
Yes.
Poison, Rat, Motley Crue. And then a big Jimi Hendrix poster, just so you don't get it twisted. Big Jimi Hendrix poster on the closet door.
That's right. And some weird death metal band that I didn't even, I'd never even heard of, but I just thought the poster was cool.
Was it Rigor Mortis?
That sounds really familiar. Yes.
That's because I remember the Rigor Mortis poster.
Yeah.
Now, Johnny Newport is down in the lower center there. Johnny, are you hearing us here?
Johnny Newport, that's a rock and roll name. If I
well, this
heard
guy
one.
used to. There he is, Johnny. He used to book shows for Malone's and Tiki Bar, and Johnny's been my friend since kindergarten. Known this guy my entire life.
What up, homie?
There you go. Look at him. Let's see if I
Hey,
can make him
welcome,
bigger.
Johnny Newport. Man,
Let me see if
that's
I
a
can,
name, buddy.
I'm gonna see if I can
Forget
bring
OC
him.
Music. This should be the
I've known
Lifelong
Ronnie.
Friendship podcast.
I know.
Of course.
Yeah, really.
since
Hey, if you guys ever
elementary
looked up
school.
how to start a podcast, it always says start with your friends and family.
That's right.
It's like starting anything. So, Johnny, you want to say 5 words about what you gave me and when I first talked to you, when your first advice?
What?
What was your advice to me when I called you and said I'm going to start a podcast?
Quit showing shit so close to the camera.
Nobody cares. So that was my clip of.
Put a fucking thing on the bottom or
A graphic.
yeah.
Yeah, he's right.
Yeah, and then I did actually. Let me see if I can show my. There we go. Show you all the behind the scenes. Get me on camera here. So I have a different live stream for the world. And of course
Everybody
Yeah.
on Zoom is seeing what I always see when we do these things. Like,
yeah, or my mullet. But I have 2 cameras, so I have the one that goes out there to the world, and of course the one just for us on the Zoom. So
Ron, your hairline is doing fine, by the way. There's no bald spot or anything.
Thank you.
I'll keep it closely monitored.
Yeah, and you with your 5 head there. We're gonna get you some makeup. I just was telling my mom. I said, during the COVID season, everybody was like buying makeup and doing hair because we were all on Zoom.
Yeah.
Johnny, you look great, man. I don't think I've seen you for at least a year. What were some of the bands that you liked to book back in the day?
Who, me?
Oh, yeah, Johnny. Well, of course you. We weren't
Oh,
booking. We were
shit.
playing.
Both. No, I really have nothing to say about this other than I really enjoyed your guys' pilot.
Mm.
You and Alex. Fuck, I don't like podcasts,
Cool.
and I enjoyed it. So,
Thank you, man.
That's all
Yeah,
I'm going
we
to say about that.
that'll be in 10 minutes. We're going to roll that to the world.
That's right.
So.
That's right.
Nice. It was good.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we were talking about how raw it was, and we're like, let's save it for our Patreon patrons, right?
Yeah.
Nah,
Keep it
we're-
behind
no,
the paywall.
We're just gonna show you.
Yeah, but then we're like, who's going to pay for a podcast? It's hard enough to get people to listen
Hey.
to podcasts.
Somebody.
That's true. Hey, so Johnny, I'm gonna switch over to Bill here. He's got he's gonna be in episode 2, so he's really our first live interview. And well, not live, we recorded it obviously about a month ago, but Bill's playing in a with the Ashley Felton band. She's a local Orange County musician who plays country music, which is not something we had a whole lot of back in the day, Johnny. We had a lot of punk and ska back then. And we're going to go down to Johnny and I are going to a concert in June down in San Diego. Looking forward to it.
That's right, baby.
So, Bill, I'll bring you up here and you can have a chat.
Excellent. Yeah, that's
Cool,
awesome.
thank
I
you.
appreciate it. Yeah, this is awesome.
Cool.
I'm going to have to figure this stuff out too, make you the spotlight. Hey, look at that. Spotlight for everyone. Look
There
at
we
you, Bill.
go.
Hey, now we're all teeny tiny guys.
Sweet, nice background.
So, Bill, you played last night. Sorry we didn't get a chance to go see you play.
Oh, yeah, no worries. We're playing all the time. So if you don't, you don't catch us one time, we're several times behind it. So she's a very active person in the scene right now. So it's a lot to keep up with, to be honest.
Ashley Felton, as we were talking about, right?
Yeah, Ashley Felton.
Ashley Felton. Cool.
Now we're I was able to re-edit Bill's episode and included her April calendar. So, I'm sorry, her March calendar. So her March calendar is going to be in the video. And Bill and I had a great conversation about Mark from Her Own Hands, which was really cool. And I appreciated your conversation about that. But then, of course, Bill hooked me up with Todd McKenzie, and I went and had a chat with Todd about that. So here we go. We're back live again. Now we got audio. So forgive me. I'm trying to manage the podcast and the Zoom at the same time. This is the first time doing this. So
You're doing a good job, bud.
thank you, man.
You are, but luckily you have a co-pilot. So you're talking about a lot about the podcast, and people will see that shortly. Like we're 3 episodes are dropping today. One starting in about 7 minutes. I want to know more about what's happening right now. So Ashley Felton, we were going to go see and then didn't, or maybe that canceled or whatnot. But that's still on the radar. Ashley Felton is happening right now. Also, the last show that Ron and I went to see was Vanta Blue, which is Tim Brown's band, and I'm going to ask you about that, Tim. But where are you home based? Vanta Blue. Is that an Orange County band?
Yeah, Orange County, Fullerton. It's like Fullerton based.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you drive all the way from?
Yeah, I'm Central California now, so I drive all the way to SoCal to practice and play. I'm also.
I hope they appreciate what they have, man. Because first of all, getting a good drummer, let alone a great drummer, that's like the hot girl at the party. And he's willing to drive hours and hours to play with your damn band. You better be good. And they were. It's a trio. It's a 3-piece, right? That the band is.
Right now, it's a 3-piece. It's kind of a. We originally were a 4-piece, with bass player, guitar, and some synth and keys. But our bass player kind of decided he was done, and we kind of shifted into like a synth keys, synth bass / drums and guitar. And it's been really cool, man. A lot of energy with the 3-piece, and it kind of shifted gears a little bit. And I've been really enjoying it. So that recent EP we put out, it was nice. It was a little different momentum with the music, and I like where it's going. So it's pretty cool, man. But I'm also but where I'm located, I'm also like Ken and Brian and I are doing a project too. So I'm driving up to the Oakland area and starting to jam with them. We've just we're in the starting point of that, but that's really awesome too.
That's exciting.
I
want to hear that. That's And the Amazing, right?
And the Amazing.
Watch out for that. All right. Yeah, we're gonna drop your links, your Instas and stuff like that once we.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. And then Ken Maru Ken Maru is a jack of all trades and makes music happen, not just for him but for everybody in his periphery. Is that right, Ken?
I do my best to suck people in. Yeah, that's true. We didn't even talk about Seamus Collective and like what a joy those couple of years were.
Oh yeah.
Which is, bringing you and me and Wayne and a bunch of other folks who maybe never were in the band, right? Who were never a band together, getting to spend a couple of years writing songs together. Those are some great songs.
I'm very proud of those. As proud as anything. Absolutely.
Yeah. So we only got a few minutes left. Tim is part of the band. Bread Circus is the drummer. I'm sure Alex and you guys said that earlier. Your episode is actually episode 4, A New Hope, which is going with the theme of Star Wars and Star Trek kind of merged together. And Alex, do you care to release why did you call the name Bread Circus back in the day, or you want to save that for the episode?
Why did we call it Bread? Okay, all right. You tell me how interesting this is. I used to hang out back in the days. This is my first year of college, I think. I was watching a lot of Star Trek. It would come on 11 p.m. Right, that would be the cap to my day. And you can ask Ken. I would pause a party we might be having to go upstairs and turn Star Trek on. I'm like that. As a matter of fact, wait, time out. Here's the CD clutter. remember today, there's a tiny Starship Enterprise on the spine. Why did you guys let me do that? Anyway, there's an episode of Star Trek called Bread and Circuses. Bread and Circuses. And if you know, you know. But this musician friend I had in those days, Tyler Cartner, I wonder if he's still around. He saw that episode title and was like, and he knew a little something about it, you know, what it means, right? Give the masses, you know, feed and entertain the masses and whatnot. And like he glommed onto that, and I go, that'd be a great band name. And he goes, yeah, that'd be a great band name. And then I brought it to the boys, and they were cool on it, and they had this other name that they liked, and we went back and forth. So at our first live concert in the Maroos, Mr. and Mrs. Maroos' backyard, we had 2 pieces of paper with each band name on it, and we let the people vote, and overwhelmingly people filled the page for Bread Circus, and that's why we're Bread Circus.
All right, so I'm going to take over here and roll out the last few minutes here. So let me say something to everybody else out there in YouTube land. Thanks for joining us today. We're gonna at 4:30 here. We're gonna roll the pilot episode, and Alex and I are gonna join the chat. And I hope you guys all switch over to or stay on YouTube, but also switch over to that episode. It's called Episode 1, the Podcast Menace. And so thank you guys for joining the Zoom. Ken, it was a great. I have a great interview with Ken, but you're going to hear his part 1
Nice.
later, and Bill, of course, his episode is going to be right after the pilot. So Johnny, Tim, Mom, I know you're in there. Mom didn't want to be.
Mrs. Williams.
So everybody say hi to my mom, and I want to thank her
Hello, Marie.
for being my biggest supporter. And in 2 minutes, we'll all switch over to the Zoom or to the YouTubes.
Thank you for watching the podcast with Alex Rodriguez and Ron Williams. Hey! They talk about the Orange County music scene, from the past to the present and the future. Come back again soon for more great talk and music discoveries.